It looks like the long-awaited Cursor 1.0 update is finally here, and it's packed with powerful new features. Just a few hours ago, Cursor dropped version 1.0, and it comes loaded with upgrades from a brand new bug app that automatically reviews your PRs and catches potential bugs, to memories, and even a one-click MCP installer. There's a lot more to unpack, and throughout today's video, we're going to explore everything a part of this Cursor 1.0 update. So with that thought, let's dive straight to it. We first have the introduction of the BugBot. This is an AI-powered code review tool that automatically scans your GitHub pull requests for potential bugs as well as issues, just like a smart teammate. And I believe this is a counter or an alternative that they had released to the Codex from OpenAI, as well as the GitHub Copilot, which had also introduced a Codex alternative. It's built on the same AI that's behind Cursor Agent, and BugBot catches problems that might slip past human reviewers. It's fully integrated into GitHub workflows and offers a seamless fix in Cursor button, letting you apply suggested fixes whenever you would want instantly without switching tools. Now, I'll leave this documentation that showcases how you can set up the BugBot, but essentially it is going to teach you how to set it up step by step. It also comes with a 7-day free trial, so if you're looking to actually experiment with it, you can easily do so. But to set this up, you would want to go over to the Cursor settings, and obviously if you are on the max plan, you can set this up. You would want to connect this with GitHub or manage connections if already connected. And from there, you would want to follow the GitHub installation flow to install the app. And after setup, you can return to the integration to enable BugBot on a specific repo where you can configure the settings and use it. But before we get started with today's video, allow me to introduce today's video sponsor, EasySite. Have you ever had a great business or app idea, then hit a wall trying to build a website? Well, I have a solution. I built this full app in EasySite, from the landing page to the lead capture in one single click. No code, no friction, just speed. EasySite is the AI website builder with the 95% success rate, more powerful than Lovable or Bolt.new. It's fast, but more importantly, it converts. Now, what I love about EasySite is that it's not just a pretty front end. It's built to power real apps and websites. It has a built-in chatbot for dynamic integrations. It also has auto-saving proprietary databases. This is where you have seamless integrations with Subbase, PostgreSQL, MySQL, Oracle, and so many others. You can simply just drop in a prompt and you'll see your vision go live. EasySite handles designs, backends, and lead gen in one move. And what's also nice is that you have the ability to visually edit certain components. From an idea to income, EasySite is going to get you there. Build smarter, convert faster, and build with EasySite. Use the link in the description below to get started. But with that thought, let's get right back into the video. Next up, we have the fully released background agent, which is where it is available to everyone now. Originally, it was actually launched in early access, and this remote coding assistant received a lot of feedback, and it's now being rolled out to every single user. The background agent is something that runs silently as you code, offering context-aware help, suggestions, as well as code actions without interrupting your workflow. It is something that's going to boost productivity by proactively assisting with tasks like refactoring, debugging, as well as just navigating through your overall code base. You can easily activate it by clicking the cloud icon in chat or pressing the Command or Control plus E function if privacy mode is off. The next feature is the support for Jupyter Notebooks, which is going to make it much more powerful for research and data science workflows. It can create and edit multiple cells directly within the notebook itself, and it's going to allow for smoother, more intelligent code generation and updates. It's a feature that is currently supported only for the Claude Sonnet models, but it marks a big step forward seamlessly for AI-assisted development in interactive coding environments. And you can see right now, it is making the changes to the Jupyter Notebook itself, as you can request it to do so by tagging the file itself within the Composer agent. A really subtle feature, which is the introduction of memories. Finally, a beta feature that allows the AI to remember key facts from your conversation and reference them later, which is going to make interactions smarter and more context aware over time. So you can see that it is, in a way, becoming smarter to use the agents, and it's going to be able to store different memories per project and on an individual basis. So the assistant can tailor your responses based off your unique workflow and based off of how you actually use an agent for individual tasks. You can actually view and manage or even delete memories anytime from the settings, and you can start using the features simply by enabling it under the settings and under the rules category. With version 1.0, it makes the setup of MCPs even easier. You have a one-click installer and a built-in OAuth support for seamless authentication. You can quickly connect to an official MCP server directly from Cursor with no manual setup required now. Before we get started, I just want to mention that you should definitely go ahead and subscribe to the World of AI newsletter. I'm constantly posting different newsletters on a weekly basis, so this is where you can easily get up-to-date knowledge about what is happening in the AI space. So definitely go ahead and subscribe, as this is completely for free. Just simply head over to the MCP tool curated list that Cursor actually provides. And in this case, once you have updated Cursor to the latest update, you can simply add whatever MCP you want by clicking on this button, which will prompt you to open it up within Cursor. And within a couple of seconds, it will open up within Cursor. And within the MCP Tools Settings tab, you can see that you can click on Install the Playwright MCP with a single prompt or single click of a button. And then afterwards, it's going to load the tools and fully be accessible within a couple of seconds. And you can see all the tools have been enabled and easily and readily available within the Composer agent. And remember, guys, you can still configure your own MCPs because they don't actually have all the MCPs listed over here. They only have a few. So you can still configure any custom MCP that you want to add, like Context 7. Next up, Cursor 1.0 brings richer chat responses. This is where it's going to allow the AI to render visualizations directly within the conversation itself. This includes the support for Mermaid diagrams, markdown tables, and it's going to essentially make it easier to visualize workflows and data structures, as well as concepts without leaving the chat. It's a big upgrade for clarity and collaboration, especially during technical discussions and planning. If you like this video and would love to support the channel, you can consider donating to my channel through the super thanks option below. Or you can consider joining our private Discord, where you can access multiple subscriptions to different AI tools for free on a monthly basis, plus daily AI news and exclusive content, plus a lot more. Now, there's a lot of other subtle small fixes like bug fixes to the agent itself, as well as an improved dashboard and settings page. This is where they are refining the overall user experience of Cursor. And you can see that the interface is a lot more cleaner and easier to work with. They've also introduced this new dashboard that lets you track your individual or team's usage analytics. You can see that there's an update to your display name. The view detailed breakdowns of activity and tool or model is also new. So this is an easy way to track all these small things. Now, in terms of the new functions, we've mentioned that to open the background agent control panel, you would want to use the control or command plus E function. There's a couple of small improvements, and for the account updates, you can see there's a couple of other things. And I'll leave a link to this in the description below so that you can easily and readily get started with this new Cursor 1.0 version. But with that thought, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and got some sort of value out of it. There's a lot more to this, so I highly recommend that you take a look at the demo video, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. But with that thought, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the second channel. Make sure you join the newsletter and join our Discord. Follow me on Twitter, as well as subscribing to the YouTube channel, turning on the notification bell, liking this video, and please take a look at our previous videos so that you can stay up to date with the latest AI news. But with that thought, guys, have an amazing day, spread positivity, and I'll see you guys fairly shortly. Peace out, fellas.